Hey, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. I am Cisonspace, and welcome back if you're new here. Today, I'm going to talk about the reason why smart women don't date their type. Okay, women who are healed and smart and who have grown up and know how relationship works don't usually go for one specific type of guy. So when I say your type, the reason why I say your type is because some women are very strict on exactly how their man should turn out. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but just the package alone doesn't make sense to me. We've all been there. Just going for a man because he has to be tall, because he has to be a dark skin, or he has to be a Caucasian or Asian. He has to be 5'4" or 6'4", whatever the package may look like, is not a smart move. Okay, don't date your type. And I know social media and dating apps have really changed our whole perception. We see a lot of people more, so we now have preferences on how physical features should look like. Especially men, they mostly go for the physical. She has to have a hips this wide and a waist this tiny, da da da. And the women are also having the same standard, which is a very good thing. But years back, it didn't really matter. People went for the people closest to them because there was no social media, so you found the one very, very close to you or your family. And yeah, you just go with the flow. You didn't care about their hips and whatever. you know I think women back in the days mostly went for who can provide and protect them, like the strongest of them all, or the richest of them. So one thing I've noticed about your type is that your type is mostly your trauma pattern. It's a pattern. Most women who go for a specific look is mostly because of their trauma that they are repeating over and over. So you realize someone will be like, oh, I keep dating the same guy. I keep dating the same guy. It's because you're dating your trauma pattern. You're not dating, like, you're dating a different guy, but with the same character that the other ones have. Okay, but in a different skin tone or a different height or whatever. One reason why you shouldn't date your type is because your type is mostly your biggest lesson. Most of the time, the one you think is your type and you do anything for them, like you flip back, cook for them, clean, be a wife, will teach you the hardest lesson of your life. They'll mostly show you the reason why they don't deserve your time, or the reason why you should change your type. You can just go with the one who treats you good. And the second reason is that you might not be your type's types. Most men go for men who don't like them because they like the guy and they'll do anything to keep the guy. So what you realize is that maybe this guy you're with, because you always want to date black men and you feel like dating other races is a betrayal. This is an example, okay? There are black women who feel like they don't want to date outside of their race. I know a friend, and this white guy is so in love with her, like obsessed with her. And the last time she told me, I was like, yeah, you should give it a try. She's like, no, I don't know. I feel like I'm betraying, my race. And I'm like, girl, these black men don't always like black women, and no one even talks about betraying their race. I don't want to make it about race, but I'm just saying, even some white men might like brunette ladies and not blonde women. So if you are blonde and you want to be with this guy just because you like him, you always see that his head keeps turning when there are brunette women around. His head will always turn when his type walks by, and you can't change that. He will have wandering eyes. So sometimes your type, you're not your type's type. Your type is your type, but you might not be his type. So that's not a smart move to go for a guy just because he's your type. Ask yourself, are you also his type? Am I my type's type? If you're not, then that's a wrong move. You're doing it all wrong. And the third reason why smart women don't go for their type specifically is because you block your blessings. Sometimes your type might not be the one who's going to give you the lifestyle you deserve, because most of you women deserve the best, the absolute best. But because you want to go for a specific guy who is emotionally unavailable because you think that is him being a man when he's not showing emotions, you think, oh, that means he's a strong man. So you go for him. Then there is this guy who wants to give you the whole world, but you see him to be whipped because he's all over you, he's drooling over you, he's acting like a dog, and he can't, like, he's so happy to see you. You block your blessings. Because I know women who are with their type and they're getting abused and dogged out. Okay, they are not being treated the best, and they deserve the absolute best. You don't deserve someone who will insult you, who will walk out on you when you're having a mental breakdown or anything. You want someone who will be there for you, who will love you, who will be obsessed with you, who will act like a dog around you. That is the best way that a man will show he loves you. Why would you want a man who will be so tough that he can't even show you how he feels? Like, his cards are hidden and you have your whole cards on the table. That is not a smart move. And the fourth reason why smart women don't date their type is that you will do anything for your type. If you date your type, you will lower your standard, you will break your boundaries. There are women who are really, really strict when they don't like a guy. They're only strict when they don't like the guy. When they don't like the guy, they can behave and be their authentic self because they think that will push the guy away. So they're going to be their most authentic self, say whatever is on your mind. But as soon as they meet the guy who they really, really like and is their type, everything goes out the window. They're like, yeah, I'll do this for you. You want me to burn down and lick the ground? And they're willing to do anything for this guy. They're even willing to go 50-50, something that the other guy who they don't like, wouldn't let them do. But with this guy, they're willing to pay half of every meal, every date, even plan things for the guy. And the guy is just the princess in the relationship, and you become the masculine guy. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be just a girl. The thing is that you will do anything for your type, okay? You will do anything just to win him over. You do anything that he tells you to do. Everything you would want him or you would desire that he does for you, you will end up doing it for him. I have seen it happen, okay? I have seen women who wanted a man to care more, to call them more, to communicate more, to show them to their family, to take them here, to do this and that, but the man didn't do it, and they ended up doing all of that. They ended up being the most caring, showing up for the man in like every way possible, letting the man meet their family and friends and their kids, and the man didn't give her that space for her to meet his family and friends. So that's the fifth one. You do everything you'd want him to do for you to him. So don't date your type. Don't date a guy that you know you can't like control yourself, and you know he doesn't choose you. You know this guy isn't good for you, but because that is your type and you want to show to the world that you have a 6'11" man, a 7-foot man, and he's dark and chocolatey and he has beard and all of that superficial stuff, why don't you give the guy, even if he's from a different race, even if he's from a different background, even if he's from like a different town or country, give him the chance? Because sometimes the right person comes in the package that you never thought you needed, or you never thought it would be in. Okay. And one thing I've noticed is that once you heal, you wouldn't care. That's another point. Once you heal, you wouldn't go for that specific kind of guy anymore. It will even disgust you. Be like, ew, why am I attracted to a guy who raises his voice at me? Why am I attracted to a guy who hits me or who insults me or who doesn't even care, who doesn't call me? Like, oh, what was I thinking back then? Why did I date a guy who was cheating on me and I knew all his other girlfriends and I still stayed? Why would I be in love with a guy who is not taking the time to provide and protect me? Why was I dating a guy that I had to take care of him and treat him like I'm his mom? Like, you will start being disgusted by men who act like children. Once you heal, you wouldn't care. Even if he's the tallest, most muscular guy and he holds that trait that disgusts you, you would never want to date him. You'll be like, I'd rather be single. Like, that is how I will feel like, okay? So that's one way to not date your type, is for you to heal all those traumatic patterns that you have. Go through it and heal it and ask yourself, why am I attracted, or why do I keep attracting this type of guys? Okay, the next thing is, what value does that man hold? Listen, if you're dating a guy or you plan on being with someone for a long time, just know that what you guys value the most should come into place. If you're with a man who doesn't value his family, like he doesn't care about his kids, he doesn't care about, all of that, all he cares about is maybe party, drugs, money, and you care about family, you want to be settled, you guys are going to have a lot of conflict. Like, your home is going to always be in chaos because you want to be stable. Okay, you want a stable, grounded thing, and he is airy. He's like over here, over there. If you have kids for this man, just know he's not going to be there. he's not going to be there. You knew this is who he was at the core, but you chose him. So don't, like, you would end up arguing if that's not what you want. If you think, oh, maybe if I marry him or if you have kids, it's going to change. Most men wouldn't, especially if they don't want to change. You can't necessarily change him by you giving him babies. If it's going to be that way, it's going to be that way. If he's not a provider, nothing will make him want to provide unless he decides he wants to. If that's not a decision and you're trying to lock him down, you know your values are different, then don't try. If this man doesn't value family, doesn't want to have kids, and you keep on pressuring, you end up blowing everything up. So choose the guy that you both have the same value. Like if you meet a guy, because there are lots of guys out there who want to also have a stable thing, just be home to their family. Go for that one regardless of the package. If he's a good guy and he provides and does everything, but he doesn't have the height, because my cousin went through the same thing. My cousin, she met really great guys who loved the ground she walked on, but they were not tall. She always went for the footballers who were like 6'1" and above. She never dated anyone below 6'1". That was her specific. Every time she'll meet this guy who has like a stable job. Maybe he's a music producer, he has his own home and car, he's okay. And then my cousin would just reject the guy, point out, like, reject him, like, no, he's not tall, I don't want him to be tall, I want him to be this, he doesn't have beard. And those men who had a beard, who were footballers, were always cheating on her. She had STIs every week. She was at the hospital. She was getting STI back to back. Okay, she was getting STI back because these men were not stable. I remember she dated this footballer, and this guy was having kids over and over while he was dating my sister. Okay, he'll have kids here, my sister will hear about it, like, oh, I heard you had babies with this, and she'll cry and go back to him. He'll have another baby on her. Like, those men who were her type did her really, really wrong. And then she ended up being with a guy who was not as tall, like he wasn't 6 foot, but gave her the world, got married to her, put her in a nice home. He got her a car. Now they're expecting their child. So don't always go for your type. It's not a smart move. It's not. I wish my cousin was here to tell you guys. It's not a smart move. And the third lesson is, love them for how they treat you, not the package. Okay, love men, or give men your time and attention when they, like, depend on how they're treating you. So if this man treats you bad, cut him off or move on. Like, you don't have to suffer because you want to be loved. So I know some people believe that love means you should suffer. No, love is not about suffering. Love is free to give, honestly. Unless they don't love you, then they can't give you themselves fully and their whole heart fully. A man who loves and adores you would show it. Like, even Stevie Wonder would see that this man really loves you. You don't have to pay, you don't have to even do anything, you just have to be there. You just have to be yourself. And if that's how he feels about you, that's it. Like, nothing will change it. Okay, you don't have to perform for a man to like you, and you don't have to perform for your type to like you. Okay, there are ways you can make your type like you, and I can make a video on that. It's so many, like, a bit manipulative, but if you're willing to go through that just to get his attention and maybe his love, then that is a great thing. I can do a video on that, because I've dated guys who were players and they had eyes for so many women, and I ended up being the only woman. So love men for how they treat you, not the package they come in. So that's all I have for this video. And okay, I have a bonus for you guys, and we have to talk about it. I'll probably bring it up as a whole topic and talk about it. Is, don't let these men, especially your types, know what you're looking for in a man. Don't tell your type, oh, I've always been looking for a man like you, tall, handsome, dark chocolate. You boost his ego and he'll start misbehaving. Okay, unless he has confessed that you are his dream girl, you are everything he wanted, like that. Unless he has confessed that even though you approached me, you were like my dream girl, so never talk to you. So when you came to me, I was shaking in my boots, and I got out of the car to talk to you like you were everything I ever dreamed of. You were my dream girl, you're my star girl, I will do anything. Unless he has confessed to you and he has shown action that what he's saying is true, don't be the first to tell him, oh my god, you are exactly the man I was looking for, blah blah blah. This man's ego will go through that roof, and he will end up walking on you. He will see you as a doormat. if he's not a good guy. Okay, if he's not a good guy, he will treat you very bad. And even if he's a good guy, sometimes if his ego is inflated that much, he might end up showing you some ass. Okay, so be careful. And that's it. Smart women don't date their type, they date men who treat them the way they deserve. Okay, all right, thank you guys so much for listening. I'll see you guys or hear from you guys in the next one. Mwah. Ciao ciao.